Hi, love.
I love you.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on.
How are you?
So Drew just told me that I get a trophy,
Yes.
because I won and I got a trophy, and I just freaked out. And then I pop on, and then there's you, and it's just I keep winning today. So
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. That means so much to me. I appreciate this. Now I have to talk. This is your home, right?
Yeah.
So festive.
Yes, welcome to the holidays here.
Oh my goodness, you are such a light and such a joy. I absolutely love you. I love this whole I need you to come decorate my house, child, okay? Because this is a mood, and if my house looked like this, I would just be just walking around, just living in it. Oh my gosh, how are you feeling now that you know that you're a winner?
I just feel really excited that this specific category is something that I feel is my purpose, social good and putting out goodness into the world and doing something to make the world better off and better than how I came into it feels great. So for me to be recognized for that and for this specific nonprofit that I launched with my husband is I just feel so blessed. Always feeling blessed.
Yes, so tell us more about this self-love revolution.
Okay, well, I realized as I was creating content that when I started making content online, that there was a big void of South Asian representation. I'm from Bangladesh. Typically, when you hear Bangladesh, you hear of it as the butt of a joke and a punchline of a movie or a show, right? You're not really hearing about Bangladesh in a way that's carrying it with pride and joy. So I didn't feel myself seen in the world around me. So I started making content for brown girls like me. And then on top of that, I was plus sized. I'm plus sized. So I don't see big girls anywhere. It's so tough. My representation growing up was, Monique and Queen Latifah, but I didn't really see a South Asian plus size girl doing the thing. And so I was like, I'm going to do it. And so as I created content, I learned about how many people struggle with loving themselves, and they struggle with giving themselves the same grace and love that they give others, right? So we're just pouring love out into the world, but who is going to look at us? When are we going to look at ourselves and say, I love you. You're great. You're beautiful. And even earlier, I was looking at myself and I was like, girl, you look so good. And to give myself the permission to say that and not think that means, overconfidence, not think that means anything other than genuine love. I just want to help people do that.
Oh my God, I love that. It's so absolutely necessary. I hate the fact that we have, as a society, conditioned people to believe that speaking proudly about ourselves or uplifting ourselves is a sign of not being humble or a sign of conceit or confidence. And it's there should be no problem with me to be able to look at myself in the mirror and say, oh, I look good. I'm proud of how much work I've done. I can be able to pat myself on the back. I think that is so important. I think it is amazing that you have created a platform all about representation, because you are absolutely correct. There is a lack of representation. There is a void. And it is amazing that you were not intimidated by that, but instead looked at that and found a space that was necessary for you to live up to and to be that voice and to be that representation. I can absolutely identify that. I do everything that I do for those gay Black little boys that don't have anybody to look at, because I understand what it was like growing up and not having that representation. So I commend you so much on that. Now I want to ask you about your husband. What is that like? Because you're also showing that interracial love as well. So what is it like to be able to be a voice and a beacon of hope in that regard?
I think, a unique experience that I have that a lot of people ended up finding comfort in, because they're also going through it, is being in an intercultural relationship and fighting the pressures of traditional norms, traditional South Asian norms, such as arranged marriage. So my older sister had an arranged marriage, right? And when someone thinks of arranged marriage, they think, oh my gosh, but really modern day arranged marriages are really, it's like The Bachelor. But your parents are the matchmakers. It's like eHarmony, but your parents are doing the matchmaking, right? And it's funny how we provide a lot of trust in these apps and swiping left and right to find us love, but arranged marriages are really your parents going through their network of friends and their network of, you know, people that they know and saying, do you have an eligible bachelor for my eligible bachelorette daughter? And it's like you get to know them and kind of get to talk to them and see who you like. So it's really cool. And I was supposed to have an arranged marriage, and I ended up, you know, making a YouTube video saying on November 2nd, 2012, I made a YouTube video explaining arranged marriages proudly and like, I'm going to get an arranged marriage. November 3rd of 2012, Seth asked me out on a date. So there I was, thinking I had a plan, thinking I knew what God had for me, thinking that I knew what my plan was, and then something, you know, what actually was meant for me coming the next day. And so it's been just me sharing that authentically, the journey, my parents' disapproval, and me like vulnerably sharing that experience. It helped so many people, and I'm thankful for that. And so we're just continuing to authentically live our lives, and hopefully inspiring some people along the way.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So what even inspires you to be so open and honest about your life? Is it just for the purpose of being able to, you know, expand the minds of so many other people?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I feel as though our stories aren't told. So therefore, growing up, I didn't know how to navigate a lot of the things I was going through because I wasn't seeing someone in the public eye navigating them. I didn't see somebody, you know, turn away from an arranged marriage and then fight for their love. I didn't see someone struggle with wishing that they looked, you know, that they woke up with blonde hair, blue eyes, and having the name Rebecca every morning. Like I didn't see someone else with those same that same narrative. So I was like, let me share mine and maybe it'll help people. And it has. And because I know how deeply my vulnerability has helped others, it inspires me to continue to do so, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it feels like, does the world really need to know? But it helps people. So it makes me feel like I'm doing something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can you tell me a little bit more about Noorhouse? Is that how you say it?
Yes. So my last name is Noor, and Noor means light.
Oh.
And yeah, so I wanted to create a nonprofit for young girls in Bangladesh that would serve as a lighthouse in their lives. So I created Noorhouse. And it happened, it all kind of happened after going to Bangladesh last year with my husband. We were so inspired. I wanted to show him my country, show him my culture. And then I took him to a school that existed in Bangladesh called Jago. So we go to the school, it's a nonprofit school. It provides free education and resources for children in really, really underprivileged and exploited communities. So I took him to the school. We fell in love. We fell in love with the kids. We knew that God had brought us there for a reason. We knew that we were there for a reason and a purpose, and we felt that way. So upon coming back to the States, we brainstormed with the school on how we could create a nonprofit scholarship program specifically for young girls who are at the brink of child marriage or having to put on a uniform to go work in the workforce with child labor. We knew that we needed to help these girls. So we took 20 girls, ages 5 to 7 years old, who no longer have to worry about being a child getting married or a child working, and get to have the comfort of knowing and the hopefully the inspiration of knowing that they will be fully provided for their free education until they graduate, and they're only 5 years old. So we had made that commitment to make sure that they are provided for, that they have resources for their family, that we provide them with the tools that they need and the free education that they need. So our 20 Noorhouse girls are going to make a difference, and we know it, and we're going to expand each year, and we get to do really fun, exciting activities with them. And we're just really thankful. And the reason why it was important for me to do it is because my mother had an arranged marriage. She was had an arranged marriage, but she was a child. So she had a child marriage, and she was 14 years old, just freshly 14. And so when I think of her and the sacrifices she made, I wanted to make sure that 20 girls didn't have to do it, and that we could break the cycle of poverty for them because they are in exploited areas. And I feel really thankful and blessed to be able to change the course of their future with Seth through Noorhouse. So we're just really excited, and we're so happy to see their progress.
Wow. Oh, you are an absolute light, an absolute inspiration. Congratulations. You absolutely deserve
Thank
it.
you.
I'm so happy for you. And I just want to just send blessings onto you. And I hope that you continue to do such an amazing work. And you are absolutely a joy.
Thank you so much. This has been so amazing and the most amazing surprise.
Of
Thank
course.
you
You have a wonderful holiday season, okay?
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.